Before I read you the alleged information that I found on the internet, let me say this first. I have absolutely no idea whatsoever whether or not the information is in fact true or if it's just a fictional account. I have to say that for legal reasons. Somebody on Lipstick Alley, username D Sands, which is short for Diana Sands, posted the following information. I have no idea of whether or not it's true. Once again, I'm just telling you what was written on the internet. I'm not saying that this is fact. I'm just telling you the story, and I may give my opinion at the end depending on how bad the story really is, because I didn't even read the whole thing yet. I cannot confirm nor deny any of it. I am a fan of Porsha and Lauren Williams. Therefore, I believe nothing that sounds even remotely negative unless I have irrefutable proof that the information is in fact true, factual, 100% real, and not fraudulent. But I have to share this alleged story because they did post some receipts, some alleged receipts, excuse me. Now, I'm going to read to you what this woman posted on Lipstick Alley about the world's sexiest woman, Porsha Almighty Williams. And by the way, if you want to read the whole thing in its entirety, click the link below, visit my blog. There's a link that'll take you to the Lipstick Alley website. Also, I reposted on my blog. Hope they don't mind that, which I'm pretty sure that they don't. Because, I mean, Lipstick Alley loves publicity. I mean, those nasty black women on that website, boy, do they love attention. Boy, do they love attention. But I digress. So the post reads, and I quote, "Thanks to Font at Moncher," Font is a screen name. "Thanks to Font at Moncher, who posted that Porsha owned the Child First Daycare in another thread. I decided to research to see whether Porsha still owned the business and literally stumbled upon this newly filed lawsuit." Pause the story right there. I love how black women love to talk about how much they research. Yes, stalkers and crazy black women on the internet love to talk about how they did research on something. I'm not saying that this person is like that, and this person may not be one of those nasty black women that are on Lipstick Alley, but we all know what that website is: a bunch of gold diggers and whores and bad black women with bad breath and a sizzling snatch of burnt popcorn nestled upon the top of their knobby noggin. You know, when you got to comb your hair with a plastic fork and a rake just to get it together, you notice something's wrong, especially when you part your hair with a knife. But that's none of my business. So I'm going to read to you what the post goes on to say. It says, and I quote, "Apex Bank filed a lawsuit against Porsha and Child First 24-hour child." What the hell? A 24-hour child care? I never heard anything like this. Anyways, Apex Bank filed a lawsuit against Porsha and Child First 24-hour child care on October 28th of 2015 in DeKalb County, Georgia Superior Court for allegedly defaulting on a loan. It appears her mother, Diane T. Williams, who I'm interjecting here, looks like Shaka Khan. Diane T. Williams is tied up in this lawsuit since she is the current CEO, CFO, and secretary of the corporation. Really? CEO, CFO, and the secretary of the corporate? Okay, anyways. Okay, let me see what it goes on to say. It talks about the case number. If you want that, you can visit my blog. It says the case is open. It says it's Apex Bank versus Child Care 24-hour TSD. I don't know what TSD stands for. I think I might have had a TSD a couple of years ago, and I should have sued that bitch for giving it to me. I'm just kidding. But anyways, the judge of the court is Courtney L. Johnson of the Superior Court. I almost said, you know, Superior Court was her last name or something because I'm retarded. But anyway, Courtney L. Johnson of look at me talking like a Puerto Rican. Courtney L. Johnson of the Superior Court. And let's see. Apex Bank is the plaintiff, formerly known as Bank of Camden. You got to watch out for businesses that change their name, in my opinion, for legal reasons, in my opinion. So Bank of Camden, which is now Apex Bank, is the plaintiff. The attorney is Patrick M. Sneed. Anyways, it goes on to say Child First 24-hour child care private preschool incorporated. Defendant, Child First 24-hour child care incorporated, also known as Williams Porsha defendant. Wow. Now, I know what a lot of you jealous heifers that are so butthurt that Porsha was smart enough to open a bunch of businesses, whether it was child care centers and hair weave for these bald-headed scallywags running around looking like Mrs. Potato Head with their snap-on eyes and their snap-on plastic hair. You're mad because she's out there making all that shmoney, selling hair and selling teeth whitening products and just doing the damn thing, taking care of the children or whatnot. I know what you heifers are thinking. You're thinking to yourself, well, Porsha needs to go there and learn something. Shut the fuck up. I see these nasty comments that you're leaving about Porsha Williams on the internet, and I don't like it. That's all I'm gonna say. You're probably like Cynthia, want to go around kicking people, but that's none of my business. Okay, so anyways, but I digress. They posted a link to the DeKalb County, Georgia.gov website. And the information reads, and I quote, in addition to this lawsuit, the child care center and Porsha's mother appear to be defendants in garnishment cases. There are a number of cases for garnishment and dispository actions that settled. Finally, in September of 2009, a 3-month-old baby tragically died at the daycare center. The center was not held liable. I don't know how involved Porsha was in the day-to-day operations at that time, but I believe she was still listed as the owner. Here's the article from the AJC. It was titled, Lawsuit, Baby Died After Being Left Alone at Daycare. Now, it's posted at 3:39 p.m. of June 23rd by Alexis Stevens of the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. I once did a Constitution in a bathroom on a toilet with 2 chicks. But anyways, the story goes on to say, a 3-month-old boy who died in a DeKalb County child care center in 2009 had been left alone while staff members went to lunch. Pause the story right there. Atlanta, get it together. This sounds like the South. This is very typical behavior of the South. And remember, I'm not saying that this information is true. I'm just saying that this is how they get down South, because they ain't shit. They will leave your baby to die while they go out to eat a damn Subway sandwich. I'm just saying. Anyways, a 3-month-old boy who died in a DeKalb County child care center in 2009 had been left alone while staff members went to lunch, according to a lawsuit filed this week in state court. But the center denies any wrongdoing in the boy's death. The boy, Daryl Love II, pause the story. Daryl Love, is his last name really Love, or is that a middle name? You know what? I know how black women are when it comes to naming their children. So I'm just going to stop right there. Anyways, the boy, Daryl Love II, died on September 15th of 2009. The first day he attended. Whoa, wait a second. Damn, the first day. The boy, Daryl Love II, died on September 15th of 2009. The first day he attended Child First 24-hour child care on Columbia Drive. An attorney for the baby's parents told the AJC. DeKalb County Police and Right from the Start, the state agency which regulates child care facilities, investigated the baby's death, but no charges were ever filed. At a state hearing, the center was vindicated and has remained open. According to a lawsuit filed in DeKalb County State Court on Monday, the same day a 2-year-old girl died after she was left inside a van outside of Clayton County daycare. See what I'm saying? All right there in Georgia. That's the South for you. I'm just saying. 2 daycare centers, 2 babies dead, 3-month-old, 2-year-old. You know what? I wonder if they were out for lunch when that happened over there. Allegedly. Maybe they were just screwing around. But anyway, this is how the South gets down. Anyways, baby Daryl was left, quote, unattended and unsupervised for an extended period of time. You think? Quote, when defendant's employee returned from her lunch break, she went to check on Daryl Love II and found him blue and unresponsive. Pause the story right there. How long was he left? Oh my gosh. I know they said an extended period of time. An extended period of time could be 1 hour. It could be 2 hours. It could be 4. It could be 8. It could be 2 damn days. What's an extended period of time? She found him blue and unresponsive. The lawsuit states, after Daryl Love II was found unresponsive, defendant's employee negligently responded to the emergency and negligently failed to immediately call 911 and render appropriate aid. Daryl was transported to Children's Healthcare of Atlanta at Eggleston, but did not survive, according to the DeKalb County Police Incident Report. An autopsy was inconclusive in identifying the exact cause of death beyond asphyxiation. Kelly Christian, lawyer for the baby's parents, told the AJC the newborn could have suffered from SIDS. Now, let me interject here. Somebody from the South might be listening to this now. All you dumb Southerners are saying, SIDS? Why were they giving that baby soda without putting some water on it? Don't they know that the SIDS will bubble up in their throat? No, bitch. I know you may think that Pepsi is SIDSy, but SIDS is not SUDS. 2 different things. SIDS is an acronym for Sudden Infant Death Syndrome. Okay? Anyways, the newborn could have suffered from SIDS, Christian said. The suit, which does not seek a specific amount in damages, also contends that Child First did not have a plan in place for emergencies. Why are they open? No offense, no shade. An attorney for the Child Care Center told the AJC, wait a second, didn't they say that somebody regulates this earlier on in the story? Then why? Shouldn't they have to be certified in first aid and different things like that to even have something like this, especially if the place is open 24 hours a day? Sounds like whoever's watching over them is not doing their job. But it's the South. I would expect this. An attorney for the Child Care Center told the AJC the baby's death was a tragedy that could not have been prevented. Quote, the findings show that at no time was Daryl Love left unattended nor the room understaffed. Attorney John A. Knuckles Jr. said in a statement, quote, furthermore, the findings show that a written emergency plan was in place and that there was no delay in contacting 911. Talk about completely conflicting stories. Anyway, the story ends by saying online records, and there's a link that lead to this receipt. Online records show state officials have visited Child First 7 times since April 2010. On April 29th of 2010, the center was cited for not having adequate staffing. In May, the center was cited for having incomplete records on the children attending, end quote. So here's the deal. If they're basically being cited for not doing what, listen, it's the South, y'all. Who's really surprised by any, listen, I'm not saying that any of this information is fact or fiction, because people say stuff all of the time and you have no idea what to believe. Come to find out, what if Porsha doesn't really have any sort of ownership or anything with this place? Now, I don't care how many receipts you post on the internet. I'm going to need to hear from Porsha's mouth herself that this information is true before I believe it. I don't believe any of it, to tell you the truth. I'm just being silly because I saw a story on the internet, and I have to say all of this for legal reasons because I just interject my opinion anyway. All I'm going to say is this. A lot of the story does sound very believable. I mean, black women being neglectful towards children, and just a lot of it rings true to certain things that I've seen in my lifetime. You know, I've just seen some things. Pause. But you know, with all of that said, you know what I'm gonna say, right? You know what I'm gonna say, right? This is why I'm marrying a Japanese woman. You see, a Japanese woman would never leave a child unattended and come back to the baby being blue in the face, looking like a Smurf on colloidal silver. Absolutely not, Jesus. That would not happen. A Japanese woman would have taken care of that baby, kissed that baby in the forehead, tucked them in, sat Indian style on the floor next to the crib, watching over that baby like a hawk, like a protective mother hawk. Then she would have thrown up the peace sign and said, shin shin. But that's just how the Japanese woman gets down. No other woman could compare to the Japanese woman. Caucasian, Chinese, Caucasian, and definitely not black women. Black women and white women just don't know how to treat children. Just my opinion. Japanese women, on the other hand, they're the best mothers of all time. The best people of all time. Marry a Japanese woman. Once you go rice, you know you went right. I'm just saying. Chopsticks or eat a dick. I'm just saying. But this is all my opinion. What's yours? And don't give me your opinion on me because I don't give a damn. I want to know what you think about this story. Do you think it's valid? Do you think it's fiction? Do you think that somebody who's just a Porsha hater just made up some shit, including some fake receipts that go back to years from years in the past, and posted all this crap on the line to discredit Porsha Williams? That's what I think. And oh, by the way, I know what you may be thinking. You speak, you know, some pretty nice words about Porsha, which, if you have issue with, listen, Porsha is Japanese at the heart. I think that some records are going to show later on that are going to show that Porsha's actually a Japanese woman with a tan. But anyways, this is all my opinion. Let me know what you think about it all below. Be sure to subscribe to the Meat Magazine YouTube channels. Visit meatmagazine.blogspot.com for more. Follow me on Twitter at Meat Magazine. Long live the Japanese woman. Shin shin. And oh, you Lipstick Alley thoughts, stop talking badly about Porsha. Y'all dead wrong for that. Don't get mad because you did all of that hoeing and all you got was shoes and an abortion. Haters. Meat Magazine.